Reassembling the input shaft. I'm going to use the bearing splitter to stabilize and hold the input shaft upwards on the workbench. Install third gear split bearing. Lubricate the bearing. Slide third gear onto the input shaft. Lubricate the blocker ring contact area. Slide the 3/4 synchronizer hub onto the input shaft and make sure to put it on correctly. The side where the teeth are recessed goes towards third gear. Make sure the hub is properly started onto the shaft spline. Then, make sure the blocker ring is in proper alignment with the hub. The cutout notch on the blocker ring aligns with the keys. Locate the correct press adapter that will press on the hub and have a large enough inside diameter to clear the size of the shaft. Attach the adapter to the press tool. Set the end of the input shaft on the press plate and align the ram to press on the installation tool. Operate the press ram to carefully press the hub onto the shaft. Use caution to keep the blocker ring in alignment with the hub. Also use caution not to press the hub on too much. The goal is to press the hub onto the shaft until the clearance for third gear is within specifications. Here you can see that I misaligned the hub with the blocker ring, so I must press the hub off, reposition the blocker ring, and press it back on correctly. I'm now rotating and wiggling the gear up and down to check that there is some clearance and the gear moves freely. Check the thrust clearance with the feeler gauge. The 6/1000 gauge gets stuck in one spot. The 5/1000 also sticks a little at the same location. The 4/1000 feeler gauge fits nicely all the way around. I'm going to use my homemade snap ring installation tool to install the snap ring that will hold the hub into position. Install the synchronizer springs and keys. Install the spacer onto the shaft. Install the synchronizer sleeve, making sure that the side with the lip on the edge is facing fourth gear. Make sure to align the internal splines on the sleeve with the hub. Use a small screwdriver to depress the keys slightly to engage the sleeve. Install fourth gear split bearing and lubricate it. Install fourth gear blocker ring, making sure to align the cutout notches with the synchronizer keys. Lubricate the blocker ring friction surface and the gear. Slide the gear onto the shaft. Slide the bearing onto the shaft, making sure the snap ring groove is up or opposite fourth gear. Once again, select the proper press tool adapter to install the bearing. Mount the input shaft onto the press. Press the bearing on, being careful to allow for proper amount of fourth gear clearance. Use the feeler gauge to verify the clearance is within specifications. Here we see that the 6/1000 gauge went all the way around, but the 7/1000 gauge gets stuck in one location. Install the snap ring that holds the bearing in place with a hammer and punch tool. Verify proper operation for fourth gear, third gear, and the synchronizer. Here's some bonus information. Toyota offers a selection of third and fourth gear snap rings that can be used to obtain the correct thrust clearance.